Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Daily News with hockey coach Guru Coach FRENCHY. Today, episode number 316. What your menu, coach? First of all, guys, I want to talk about fourth strength Montreal Canadiens players with the most to prove for the season 2023-2024. Montreal Canadiens rumors. In this episode, I add the NHL rumor. And finally, we're going to talk about the Memorial Cup update happening yesterday and Kamloops. But before we start, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and of course, leave us a comment about this episode. And let's dive in and talking about my first subject of the day. My first subject of the day, guys, about the Montreal Canadiens top four with most to prove for the upcoming season 2023-2024. We know the Montreal Canadiens are now on the rebuilding, but you have to remember, guys, some players will have to take their game to the next level. And I'm talking, first of all, guys, Juraj Slavkovsky, first overall pick for the Montreal Canadiens, unfortunately, with an injury end of the season at the half of the year and the season 2022-2023. Played only 39 games with the Montreal Canadiens, 4 goals, 6 assists, and 10 points. One thing Martin Saint-Louis bring on the table is Slavkovsky need to work during the offseason. He need to become more leaner, faster, and meaner. 3 different things Slavkovsky need to bring for the upcoming season 2023-2024. My second player I want to talk about, guys, is RHP. Last year, he scored 14 goals, guys, in 34 games. Many fans of Montreal Canadiens are excited for RHP for the upcoming season. We know he's going to get a new contract extension by the Montreal Canadiens the next couple of weeks. He needs to prove for not only 34 games, now on the full season of 82 games, the way he played with the Montreal Canadiens at the end of the season. RHP needs to prove, he needs to show, he needs to bring some kind of consistency for a full year of 82 game and NHL. My third player I want to talk about, guys, of course, Samuel Montembeault. He is right now, and he got it, the job number 1 with the Montreal Canadiens. He's already in front of Jake Allen before the season starts. Now, what is the most important for him? He needs to prove it, to keep it, and to play with a little bit more consistency in NHL. These are 2 things Montembeault need to prove for the upcoming season. My last player I want to talk about is the defenseman Justin Barron. We know he had a really difficult training camp last year, and he got caught by the Montreal Canadiens. He started the season with the Laval Rocket, cut a call up at the middle of the season, played very well with the Montreal Canadiens. Now, he has the job already on my eyes for the upcoming season. The key is to be sure he's going to be ready and prove at the training camp he's still with the Montreal Canadiens. Then, after that, he needs to prove during the season, play with a little bit more confidence and consistency. This defenseman could become a solid defenseman in NHL. I would not be surprised the way he plays on offensive, the way he carries on the puck. He has no problem to score at least 8 to 12 goals per year in NHL with approximately 40 to 50 points per season. Now, it all depends on him. My first subject, guys, is about the top 4 players Montreal Canadiens with most to prove for upcoming season. Slavkovsky, RHP, Montembeault, and Barron. I would like to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about my first subject, and let's move on for my second subject of the day. Second subject of the day, I consider with some kind of Montreal Canadiens rumor. And for today, guys, I have a transaction between the Montreal Canadiens and the St. Louis Blues. Montreal Canadiens get for the Blues their 10th overall pick 2023 and the young goaltender 22 years old Joel Offer. In return, Montreal Canadiens gave them their first round pick of the Florida Panthers 31 or 32nd 2023. The first round pick of the Calgary Flame for the year 2024 or year 2025. Then they gave the 37 overall pick this year 2023. Then they gave the 4th round pick 2023. It could be 110 or 119. And finally, they gave Caden Primo. This is the trade we have today. I would like to hear from you. What do you think? If you are Montreal Canadiens, yes or no? If you are the St. Louis Blues, yes or no? Or we have a deal. So let me know. Give us your comments about this subject, and let's move on for the third subject of the day. My third subject of the day, guys, about the NHL rumor. We're going to bring some kind of trade around the NHL when we have a time. And today, guys, is a trade between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Vancouver Canucks. A little bit what the Montreal Canadiens proposal yesterday, but this time Chicago get the 11th overall pick plus Myers for the Vancouver Canucks. In return, Chicago gave them the 19th overall pick to the Vancouver Canucks. And then they get the second round pick 2023 for the Chicago Blackhawks for the Vancouver Canucks. So I would like to hear from you guys. What do you think about that transaction between Chicago and Vancouver? If you are Chicago, yes or no? If you are Vancouver, yes or no? And then finally, tell me if it's a deal for both teams. Let's move on, I guess, for my last subject of the day. My last subject, of course, we'll continue to give you update every day about the Memorial Cup 2023. Yes, the Quebec Remparts won yesterday by the score 3-1 against the Seattle Thunderbird. Wow, what a great game for the Remparts for over 2 periods, guys. The score was only 1-0, and then Quebec take the lead 2-0. The Seattle Thunderbird cut the lead about 3 minutes remaining in this game, 2-1, but an empty net for the Remparts gave the second W during that tournament. Tonight, Quebec return on the ice. They play against Peterborough Pete. Here's the standing now after the game last night. Quebec is alone first position with 4 points in 2 games. Kamloops is settled. Both of them are 1-1 with 2 points. And finally, Peterborough is at the bottom with 0 points. If Quebec win tonight, they go straight to the final of the Memorial Cup 2023. And then you're going to have a semifinal between Kamloops and the Seattle Thunderbird. And that's conclude, guys, all the subject we have on this episode. Here we go, guys. This concludes all the subject we have on this episode. But before we leave, we want to remind you, because I did not talk about this, the Vegas Golden Knights destroyed the Dallas Stars by the score 6-0, and they eliminate the Star, and now they got the tickets to go to the Stanley Cup final against the Florida Panthers for the Stanley Cup 2023. Don't forget, we have a special preview Stanley Cup tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Join us. We're going to talk about that series. Of course, we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. And before we leave, we invite you, don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey National Show, and leave us a comment about this episode. And of course, you have greatness inside of you. And we wish you an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody.